All right, Simon. Well, we are on a journey together. You flagged that you're looking at your core portfolio and thinking about changes you might want to make. I'm also in a similar process of changing my core portfolio. So we decided to have the discussion on the podcast. Last episode, we spoke about your core portfolio. So let's get to my portfolio. Right now, my core portfolio is made up of 4 ETFs that I contribute equal amounts to. So there's iShares S&P 500 IVV, which gives me the US, iShares ASX 200 IOZ, which gives me Australia, Vanguard Asia ex Japan, which gives me Asia, and then Vanguard Europe, which gives me Europe.
I like this comment you've put in here: simple, elegant, understated, effective.
I think that's what it is.
Why are you changing it?
Well, 2 reasons. The first reason is I want to add some leverage. So as I've researched more and spoken to more people and studied more, I am convinced that a moderate level of gearing is a good decision for me. Obviously, everyone needs to make their own decision. Key one is, can you ride out that amplified volatility? But I'm confident that I can. And the second one is I want to lower my brokerage even further. So right now I use Superhero for my investment platform. They've got $2 brokerage, which was the lowest. But BetaShares Direct offer 0 brokerage. When it comes to auto invest or recurring investments, it's only on their ETFs. But I did the maths. I put it in a compound interest calculator just to see. So I invest in 4 ETFs every fortnight.
So this is for the brokerage cost?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's $8 brokerage a fortnight.
Yeah.
So let's see what you think it turns out to be. Oh. So $8 a fortnight for 40 years. And I did 13% a year. So 13%, some say it's too high, but 13% is the average return over 124 years of the Australian stock market with dividends reinvested.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon that nets out to be after 40 years? $8 a fortnight.
$8 a fortnight.
Which is like, what, $208 a year?
$208 a year. Let's call it $200 a year. As soon as you start compounding stuff for that time, it gets pretty So 200 a year, 40 years, 13%.
To put that in context, over 40 years, I've invested $8,320, or I've paid that in brokerage.
Got it. This is like a lot of maths to do quickly. $67,000.
$211,913.
Miles away. Yeah. That's massive.
Hey, that is the power of compounding. That is why our brains think linearly. We don't think exponentially, but that is why small differences in fees, small differences in brokerage can really add up over time.
Yeah, good example.
So that's what I want to do. Take my brokerage to 0 and add a bit of leverage to my portfolio. BetaShares have their Wealth Builder range, which are moderately geared. They have GHHF, which is kind of built to be an all-in-one portfolio. It's a bit under 40% Australian, a bit over 40% US, and about 20% the rest of the world. So for me, that's like a good building block. It's leveraged, it's globally diversified. But then I want to add some ex-US exposure to bump up Europe and Asia. There are 2 ETFs on the market that offer that. VEU, the Vanguard one, quite popular, and then a new one from BetaShares, ex-US. Obviously, in my effort to lower my brokerage, ex-US makes sense. But I just want to highlight how different they are, because on the tin, they seem pretty similar. Vanguard, all-world, ex-US, and then BetaShares, global shares, ex-US.
Sounds very similar.
Like if you were just comparing the names, you'd think they're going to be investing in similar things. Here are the top 5. So let's start with Vanguard, top 5 holdings. Taiwan Semiconductor, Tencent, Alibaba, ASML, Samsung.
Okay. Asia and emerging markets, I'm seeing there.
Ex-US, which I should be clear is EX-US, not X. Yeah, anyway, you get it. Ex-US, top 5 holdings. ASML, AstraZeneca, Nestle, SAP, Roche.
Europe.
Yeah. So
big difference.
Big difference. Only one company is the same between the 2. The reason, as I dug under the hood, is the BetaShares one is only developed markets. The Vanguard one is emerging markets as well.
Got you. That makes sense.
There's a couple of reasons I'm leaning ex-US. One is the no brokerage with auto invest. Number 2 is ex-US is actually locally domiciled rather than domiciled in the US. So there is actually like a small tax efficiency when it comes to the distributions that are paid.
All right, so we've got GHHF and EXUS. They're the 2 ETFs. How are you thinking about the percentage split between the 2?
I want to try and get the ratios so I'm still not overly exposed to America and Australia. I'm still got kind of that global diversification, kind of equal weight that I have with my current core portfolio. I had a look if I did a few different, if I did 70-30, 60-40, 50-50, what does that kind of work out to be from an underlying holdings point of view? So for like each dollar I'm investing, where does it go around the world? Where I think I've landed is 60-40, 60% into GHHF and 40% into ex-US. Now, the reason for that is if I just quickly talk to the geographic split of each ETF. So GHHF, 43% US, 36% Australia, 4% Europe, 7% Asia, 10% rest of the world. Ex-US, 54% Europe, 28% Asia, 18% rest of the world. And so if I blend those together at 60 in a 60-40 ratio, how it works out, 35% US, 29% Australia, 25% Europe, 17% Asia, 15% rest of the world.
So the main changes, obviously you got the leverage in, which tick, but previously you had around 20% in US, Oz, Europe, Asia.
Yep.
So US has gone up a bit there to 35, Oz has gone up a bit to 30.
Yep.
Something which probably jumps out to me looking at these ETF, EXUS has 23% in Japan.
Yeah.
And I know previously you didn't have Japan in your portfolio. So just wondered how you're thinking about that change.
Yeah, like Japan doesn't excite me, but I understand that the principle of index investing is that you never know what companies are going to outperform. You never know what countries are going to outperform. And so what you want to be is globally diversified and in a product that just is rebalancing, and so you're getting more of the good companies as they come through.
So you weren't avoiding Japan, you just didn't have it because of the nature of the ETF?
Yeah. So if I could have just got an Asia ETF in Australia, I would have done that. So yeah, I think just being as globally diversified as possible for me is a principle that I want to.
And then you got this 15% now in rest of the world. Is that kind of like emerging markets?
It's like, South America, Africa, Middle East.
Okay. So you're probably increasing exposure there a bit.
Yeah. Okay. So look, I haven't done it yet. I haven't pulled the trigger. I guess I want feedback on it. I'm also very open to suggestions of different core portfolios. But for me, I think, eliminating brokerage, getting some leverage and keeping it super simple with 2 ETFs is all quite attractive to me.
I will say this about investing. Everything you do learn is cumulative. What I learned at 20 is useful.